What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike, his name is Joe, and his name is EP, and we're here to talk about cards. You know, way back in episode 1 of this Wednesday show, we did a random eBay sales show, and this week, I thought it'd be great to look at our eBay sell list and see what random sales we've had recently. So we're going to do this old-fashioned around the horn style. Joe, Panther 27. I'm sorry. Panther
who's
27.
This Joe you speak
That
of?
is Panther 27.
Panther 27. Panther 27.
Panther 27.
All right. So we're going to do 3 each, but one of us always has to kind of cheat here. It's going to be me since I get to go first.
Not EP this time.
I know. I'm gonna break the mold here a little bit. I'm going back to 1999, boys. I sold 2 sets, complete sets from 1999, a Topps Finest set for $54. Funny thing is, I had it listed for $59.99, and whenever someone shows interest, I send an offer of $54.99. They countered my $54.99 with 54. So they got that deal. They got that. They saved that 99 cents. And I charged $9.99 shipping on those. A Topps Finest set for $54 plus shipping. And then a Skybox Premium complete set.
Wow.
For $36.99 plus shipping. These sets are a pain in the ass to pack and ship. But, I mean, it's nice that you can go through all your old stuff, put a set together. Usually I ask these boys to help me complete them. And get some decent money on eBay, but you've got all the greats. You got Tim Couch, you've got Achilles Smith, you've got Dante Culpepper, you got Sean King. I mean, who wouldn't want a complete set from 1999 with all those rookies in? So there it is. My first
multiple people do.
Multiple people. I've sold multiple of that Topps Finest set too, by the way.
Well, they've probably been watching the channel and hear how glowingly we talk about 1999.
Yes.
So
and Topps Finest.
We are influencers.
Yes.
And all the cards still have the peel on. So win for whoever buys that.
Awesome. All right, EP.
All right, I'm going to start with my probably the most interesting card that I'm going to talk about, and also the one that just sold like literally overnight. I sent out a bunch of offers for cards, including ones that from Top Series 2, from when I opened up a case of Top Series 2, and I have not changed some of the prices on them. What I sold was this Babe Ruth, the commemorative patch. This is a manufactured patch, but this is a black parallel numbered to 299. There you see the 250 to 299. Yeah. And I just sent out a handful of offers, and the last one sold at auction for like $6. And I just sent an offer for $9.99, and I figured it was quite a bit below what I think mine and one other one were listed quite a bit below the other listing for $9.99. But like I'll move it, give somebody a deal, and I think it's a really cool card actually. For a commemorative patch. I think it's pretty cool. It's a super thick card, obviously, but yeah. So that's my starter.
Very cool. All right, my first sale I'm going to talk about here is I sent some non-sports into PSA a while ago. The reveal video is on here. I have a 1991 Brockham Rock Cards PSA 10 of former Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley. Damn. I sold that for $59.99.
Wow.
Yes.
Jeez.
That's a good ROI.
That's cool, man.
Not bad. Yeah. I mean, they're basically junk wax. I mean, they don't cost too much, but they're tough to get a 10. So in fairness, like I didn't rip anybody off or gouge anybody because they're kind of hard to get in a 10. I sent quite a few of them in, and my gem rate was way lower on that set than it was the wrap cards that I sent in. But yeah, I mean, I'm a guitar player, love Ace Frehley myself, but I really, would have been cool if he was, with Kiss. I would have preferred that a little more. But yeah, I was really excited. I'm like, wow, somebody out there that wants an Ace Frehley Gem Mint PSA 10.
Right.
Pretty cool.
I love that cards from that era, like a non-sports card from that era sold for that amount of money. Like it's a really
that wasn't
cool
Marvel.
Thing, you know what I mean?
That wasn't
Marvel. Right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
There's stuff out there that has value that people don't even realize. So, all right, Joe, you're second.
All right, my second one. I sold a 3-card lot, a rookie card lot, for $7.99 plus shipping. The cards. I'm not telling you the player yet. The cards. Score Supplemental from 1999, obviously. Collector's Edge, 1999, obviously. And Upper Deck Encore from 1999. The player, Jeff Garcia.
Ooh,
So I
okay.
sold a
right.
3-card Jeff Garcia. For those of you who don't know who Jeff Garcia is, why are you watching our channel? But if you randomly stumbled across our channel, he was the quarterback after Steve Young when they couldn't really find an heir apparent. And he was a random late round pick. He had only a handful of rookies. And I think he does like, I think he's like on ESPN or one of those networks or whatever.
He had a pretty good career, right?
Yeah, he had a pretty decent career. I mean, and you know, if you get $2-3 out of a card, and I put in a lot just because it's easier to just put it out there and get it sold. It was on my store or in my eBay store for a little while, but it finally sold $7.99. I think I had to list it for $9.99, and someone offered me $7.99. So yeah, there it is. Jeff Garcia, Niners, great.
I have an encased X Fractor or Gold Refractor or the low number Jeff Garcia. Maybe I need to dig that out.
Yeah,
get that on eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
Falls.
Random people love those random players, especially quarterbacks. He had a couple of good seasons, so I mean, there's still nostalgia to that. You know, isn't that the guy that Terrell Owens cried about, or was that Tony Romo?
Yeah.
He's my quarterback.
No,
Is that Tony Romo?
I think it was Tony Romo. All righty, P.
My next one is 2 cards. It's the previous 2 cards that sold before this Babe Ruth, but they're both from 2003 Topps, and they're both inserts. One is a Topps Hit Parade Fred McGriff, and the other one is a Topps Own the Game John Smoltz. And I don't know if you guys remember 2003 Topps insert cards. But these are like super foil. Like they're really, I mean, like when you think about 90s inserts, like these definitely fit the bill, even though it's 2003. And they're both like, they're very cool cards. I got them as part of a giant lot of insert cards that I got in binder pages. I think it was like 1,200 cards, 1,600 cards, something like that. But just a ton of really cool stuff to go through. And I'm selling these bits and pieces. You don't always sell like a ton of them, but every once in a while, just somebody will say, "Oh, I put this Fred McGriff card, this John Smoltz card," and that's what's in my store. And it's really, really fun to go through all those cards and get them listed, and now to have them sell and think, man, somebody's freaking loving this card. When you want to pull them out of the box, look at them again.
There are people, definitely.
Yeah.
They own the game cards though. They are really cool. They had them in football too. So yeah, very shiny. Very shiny. Like it. All right. My second one here. You know, back in the 90s, I don't know if you guys remember, the Power Rangers were kind of a big deal.
I never watched them. Did you watch them, EP?
I didn't.
Was that before or after our time? Maybe?
I think it was ish. But
yeah, I don't know. I was never into the Power Rangers, but people were. Yeah. Okay, go on.
They were so popular in the 90s that in 1994, Collect-A-Card made a Power Rangers trading card set. I think they've had even more than one series, if we're being honest. But I had a Collect-A-Card 1994 Power Rangers prototype #1. It was the foil card that they had randomly inserted, and it was of the whole group. So it's the group shot, the team card, if you will, of the Power Rangers. And I sold that for $3.99 on eBay. Not going to lie, I had that listed for quite a while, but it makes me feel good knowing that I had the patience to wait until I found that person who would find that card special, and I made their day because they bought the 1994 Collect-A-Card Power Rangers prototype #1.
The perfect buyer came along for that.
There is a lid for every pot.
An ass for every saddle. So my honorable mention that you guys didn't know we were doing that. My honorable mention though.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
I have an honorable mention too. We're good.
Okay. All right.
You better hurry. My honorable mention real quick is someone bought one card from my pick a card listing from Marvel Universe Series 3. It was a Gambit card. And I always reach out to people who buy a card like that and say, hey, are you looking for anything else? I'll combine shipping, blah, blah, blah. The guy responds back. He goes, I actually just bought a set of Series 3 Marvel Universe, and it was missing that one card. And I was so happy that I found your listing because it's way cheaper than anything I had found anywhere else for this Gambit card. So he was only interested in one card, but I was glad I could help him complete his set. So
Awesome.
speaking of which, EP, you need to start digging for cards for me to help me complete a set of Marvel Series 3. All right, my number one, and this one is random. I sold it for $18. This is a set of Planet of the Apes cards, not the original Planet of the Apes, the 2001
The Mark Wahlberg one
with Marky Mark. One of the worst movies that I saw in the theater ever. This was a complete set, which I've sold complete sets of this in the past, but this one I got a little bit more money out of because I included some movie-worn memorabilia from Sandar, whoever that was in the movie. A piece of his robe.
Wow.
In a card. Do you remember when Topps made those cards all the time? They did X-Men 2, and it was like a little piece of the memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
And the actor probably never touched it or anything. It was like the clippings from when the person was making it. But yeah, so it was a Sandar robe memorabilia card and a complete base set of Planet of the Apes. Sold it for $18 plus shipping. Felt like someone just handed me a $20 bill. Felt great.
I'm sure.
That's a win right there. That's 100%.
Yep.
That's such a win.
Okay, EP.
So my honorable mention, since we're doing those, Sport Kings. I was I opened up a blaster box of these like a couple years ago, maybe last year, and there was a Phil Sims in there, really cool, a bunch of cool cards. But like they sell, I don't understand. I can't explain. Like people just buy them, and they're not selling for a lot. $1.50, $1.99.
Yeah.
Except this was shipped on September 1st. The Lin Dan Badminton Olympics card, a player, sold for $1.99. So that's my wow. Just the Sport Kings is just it's a weird collection of badminton players and wrestlers and track and field athletes and just the kings of sport, and was a fun it's a fun rip because you're seeing all these athletes, but then I sold more of them than I ever expected to sell when I listed them on eBay. My final actual card is 2012 again, is still paying dividends.
Back in 2012.
I saved
back in 2012.
I saved the sip.
Back in 2012, 2012 Allen Ginter Historical Turning Points. It was part of a variation listing. It's the French Revolution. It's just a card about the French Revolution, typical Ginter stuff. Sold it for $2.99, $2.99. And so yeah, that's it. That's
just a W right there.
It is. It is. I can't believe that a 2012 Allen Ginter random insert card is still selling for $3 in 2023. But here we are.
2012, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
Mike, before you do your last one, I do have to mention, as people are watching this, keep in mind, could you imagine a video of people who actually had like super expensive cards and sold them compared to us talking about a complete set for $18 and a card for $1.99 or whatever? I mean, this is definitely a poor man's, a frugal collector's video, if you will.
Those people ended up here. They took a wrong turn.
They took a really wrong turn.
All right. My honorable mention, EP, I bring this one up for you because, it was Allen and Ginter release week. And, I kind of like those cards. You like the randomness of them. Mine is not an Allen and Ginter, but it was a 2012 Panini Golden Age. I sold
that's good set too.
The broadleaf backed mini of Secretariat for $3.99. So
nice.
You always have to mention when you sell a horse card.
Yes.
But my final one, I love this card. 1994, Skybox put out a Simpsons set, I was into comic books back then, so I had all kinds of promo cards that they sent out. Going back to my non-sport grading video, you could see two of the promos I had there in that reveal. But I sold the 1994 Skybox Simpsons Itchy and Scratchy decoder screen promo card for $9.99.
Wow, dude, nice.
I got $10. I don't know what it is, but that decoder screen is like more valuable. Like mine is not the only one that has sold for around that price. So it took a little while to move it, but yeah, I found the person that needed the Itchy and Scratchy decoder screen promo, and $10. That was their price.
This is why eBay will always be the greatest marketplace, because people will come and buy the most random things 6 months after you list it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what's so great about it.
But that's why if I'm ever hear anybody talk about a card that I'm interested in, the first thing I do is I pull up eBay on my phone or I search for it
And
on.
look,
You know what I mean?
yep.
Like
Right.
I need to find out how much this is. I need to find this, and because you can probably find it on eBay. If
And
you
we
can't,
also
then
we also knew Mike loved the Secretariat card selling that because I believe he texted us when he did. I feel like we got
I may
that
have,
text.
yeah. I mean, text worthy, absolutely.
Text
Absolutely.
worthy for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, well, this was another fun show. I hope you guys had fun watching it, and we'll be back next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
see ya.